Bombing, episode 13. All right, welcome back to Bombing, episode 13. This is a podcast. This is a comedy podcast where we talk about stand-up comedy. And bombing on stage a lot. And then we tell stories from when we bombed in real life. We've been bombing since the day we were born, and this is the podcast where we talk about it. This is episode 13. Let's do it. Speaking of bombing...
Yeah.
Last week that's what we didn't do on stage.
No, we did pretty well last week.
I felt fantastic last week.
Last week we had is this too loud? No.
That's good.
All right, yeah. Last week we had we did 3 spots.
First time doing 3 spots.
Yeah, in a week. Which is really cool because like that Wednesday night spot, like right after work, it's like there's no consequences because like I got 2 more coming.
Yep. 2 more the next day. We did 1 Wednesday, 2 Thursday, and that was amazing.
Yeah,
I felt good. That first Wednesday one sort of knocked the rust off from the week.
Mm-hmm.
That first one back's always a little weird, but that's what I like about the next night is that it's like you're already in that space, So, what was that, Mike? Comedy Boulevard.
Yeah, down on Beverly, near the CBS building.
That's a neat little mic.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Also, finally, I had this one bit that I've been working on for like 2 weeks now, and every time I'll go to do like the punchline, I'm like da 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 da, nothing. Nobody got it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And finally, that last mic we did in West Hollywood. They got it the first time because the punchline kind of morphed into me going like because of this and then like explaining it to them and then they go
which sort of is the new punchline now. It has to be.
I mean it kind of is, but it was a lot more satisfying when like when like they got it, that like the joke landed when I thought it was supposed to at least. And I was like, thank you for thinking at least a little deeper than surface level.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like an abstract thing. It's like you got to kind of think a little bit.
Do you think that night, that mic was the most people we've performed in front of stand-up wise?
I don't know, dude.
It was how many seats does that thing seat? 15, 18 maybe?
You probably fit 30 people in there.
And it was packed.
Yeah.
I mean, I was standing in the back. There was no seats. And I went up first. And... felt great, dude. There was this moment, right? I was about to go on, and I like to start when I say, "Hey, hello, everyone." I like to. The first thing I say has to like address something in the room, just like or something off of something someone else said.
Yeah.
And
how about that guy saying the N-word before me? How about that?
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
I'm gonna say it like 10 times, and I had nothing, right? And the host was about to bring me on, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm gonna go up there and. To ground myself to this room right now.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he mentioned taking baths, and I was like, I have a whole bit on baths.
Yeah.
That's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And then so he's like, yeah, it's why I haven't taken a bath in a long time. Anyways, here's Ryan Jennings, and that just dropped all the nerves because I was like, oh, I'm good. From the second I grabbed the mic, I'm good because I have a joke that works about taking baths.
It's quick. It's strange how quickly that changes too. Because I had that bit I was doing about like the guy at the suicide hotline. The dude. This was a couple weeks ago. The dude that went on before me. Literally, his like closing bit was like, yeah, so I used to work at the suicide hotline, but it was a different angle. So like it didn't step on anything that I was doing.
Yeah.
And I went up there, and I was going to do it like third.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're not going to believe this, but I've got a bit about working at the suicide hotline. And he laughed. He laughed. He thought it was funny.
It worked.
Yeah.
There's something about that sort of you got to ground yourself to the room.
Yeah.
Because
you can't just go up there and then just go like what about
Yeah.
Lamps.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan. I was at the store the other day. It's hold on.
Yeah, it's like an art. You can kind of like you have to like ease into it, and you can always tell like. I mean, I used to do the same thing, like at Third Coast back in Nashville.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing. No one that starts out in comedy does. But you can always tell like the people that go up there and they're like, all right. What about desks, man? And then they go right into it. You're like, all right, like you gotta ease in a little bit.
Yeah, you can't just charge right into your act. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
You know, so there's something about going up there and being like, yeah, that was funny, because you know it's like this, and then they go, he's here with us.
Yeah. What about my take?
Yeah. Here's me stealing your fucking material.
yeah, for real. Or just blatantly making fun of you.
Yeah. Hey, what's up with this guy? He looks like a dork. Anyways,
hey, this dude, your mother should have aborted you. Okay, what else?
Airplanes are weird.
Yeah.
That's every time you want to like do a hack joke, you just go, "This is weird, right?"
Yeah.
Or what about this?
Yeah. Hey, what about Pops?
We did good though.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to this weekend.
3 fucking mics, bro.
Yep. I have a few new bits that I think are gonna work.
Good.
Most of them deny the Holocaust. No, I'm kidding.
Bits are so weird, aren't they? Because like you feel like a it's obviously they're personal, but like, you know, because I write down just the headline of the bit and I'm like, oh, that's so funny. That's a whole bit. This is, you know, allowed to throw up in public.
Yeah, but if someone came and shot you in the head on the sidewalk in LA, and then someone found that, they'd be like, what was this guy thinking about? Because it's just like, because the bit's in your head, really. The whole thing is like it dies with you.
Yeah, none of this makes sense. If someone found this in the street, I would go to prison.
Oh, dude, I'd be sent to space, man.
They would come and find me, and they'd send me to prison. They'd be like, "What does this mean?"
Yeah.
What does "I'm racist" mean? What does that mean? What is, you know?
And how many times have you?
What are you talking about when you say downtowns? What does that mean?
And how many times have you written something down for the night, and then you get up there and like you kind of like read the room, and you're like, nah, not tonight. Bail.
Yeah, you look over at your notes and it's a grease fire. You're like, I'm not doing grease
I'm
fire.
not doing grease fire.
No way, I'm doing grease fire, dude.
Or there's those nightmare scenarios where like maybe like the comic right before you was like, it's not even a bit. He's just like, all right, thank you guys. Also, my father was killed in a grease fire, and then you're just like, oh, dude.
That was my fucking whole bit, dude. Goddamn.
Yeah, man.
But it's funny that I can look at the word grease fire and I know the bits. There's a whole thing in there talking about how I had I'll just do the bit, or I won't do the bit, but I'll explain it. I had a grease fire at my old house. And I forgot like what it was to put it out with.
It's not water.
It's not water. But then like in real life, I just like figured it out and put it out. But the joke is like I forgot what to put it out, so I opened up the cabinet and I was just dumping all kinds of stuff, oregano,
cinnamon,
cloves, you know.
And
so that's just the bit. But it's funny, man.
It's a funny bit, dude. Also, you told me a story earlier today when you were on the phone with your friend.
I don't know what you're talking about.
About another story from your old house.
Yes, I have a lot of stories.
Yeah, about a very precarious bottle of fluid.
I know the one you're talking about. So
would you like to tell the viewers?
Nope.
I thought it was hilarious.
I'll share it. There. Okay, so in my old house, my buddy and I.
This is back in Tennessee.
Yeah, we would dip. And Copenhagen mint or Copenhagen straight, and we would spit into the bottles, and then we'd pour. This is so stupid. We'd pour it into a 2-liter, and over the course of a month, we finally filled up the 2-liter.
Hold on, I want to dig deeper. I want to know, why did this start, or is this just something, one of those stupid?
There was no reason. Just one of those stupid.
Hey, let's collect
things.
Let's collect dip spit.
Yo, what if we filled up this 2-liter? That'd be sick.
That actually sounds about right. That's about how stupid I was. Yeah.
And so it took a month, and we filled it up.
That's disgusting.
And we would just pour our spitters into the thing, and just disgusting, dude. And so we filled it up. And then we didn't know what to do with it, so we just kept it around. We just left it in the garage, you know. And then like a few more weeks go by, and we're like, hey, what should we do with this? I mean, we made it.
You made it?
It's almost like art when you think about it.
It's not.
What should we?
That's not art.
It's art, dude. And
that's an atrocity.
We were like, what should we do with it? I kind of don't just want to throw it away.
What, were you attached to it? Did you have
not attached.
Was it sentimental? Were you like, oh no, but I made it?
It was one of those things
where it looks like me.
We put so much time into it.
Okay.
So we were like, what should we do? And so my buddy was like, well, I'll just grab my gun and we'll shoot it. So we go to the backyard, and
God, I miss Tennessee.
Yeah, dude. And he just goes, all right, you ready, dude? And he shoots it, and it explodes, and dip, spit goes everywhere, dude. It doesn't get on us, thank God. But if about 3 seconds later, we're still laughing. We're like, oh, that was so funny. 3 seconds later, a wave of the worst smell.
God.
Horrible. Fermented throw up.
Dude.
Just moldy loogies, dude. Moldy 2-month-old loogies. That smell hit us and we fucking ran in the house.
Oh, man.
And we almost threw up. It was the worst smell I've ever smelled to this day. Well, dude, it was so pressurized and heat. Like when we opened it and it went tss,
Oh, my God.
It was the worst fucking smell I've ever smelled, dude. And, and...
That's so gross.
Our backyard smelled like that for about the next 24 hours.
That's disgusting, dude.
Yep, and then he came in and he mowed the lawn like 2 days later, and it just like mixed the smell back up. It like
the dip
it like brought it back up because the grass was all dippy, dude. It was so gross, dude.
That sounds disgusting, dude.
The worst liquid on earth might be dip spit, dude.
I think it is, yeah.
Another man's fucking dip spit on you, that's still got to be the worst liquid. I'd take diarrhea over dip spit.
You ever be at like a house party like back in the day and you like you grab the wrong beer and it's just
I've never done that personally.
No, I haven't done it either, but I've seen it happen.
It's a thing.
I've seen it happen.
You pick up a beer can, you think it's yours, you take a swig, you look in it, just 20 cigarette butts.
Yeah, or someone else's dip spit. See, look, the pros can tell by the weight. They pick it up. They pick it up like Indiana Jones when he's swapping the thing, and they're like, "That ain't it." No.
Or you're like, "There's something in here."
Yeah.
It's too thick. This is not this isn't a beer.
Yeah,
that's the worst.
You want to hear another funny story about liquids?
Oh God.
This was at my house. This was my house. My version of the house,
of a college house.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you freaks where it was, but anyway, I had this house with like 5 other of my buddies, and it was we were like absolute animals living there, and we were renting it, and it was like the place was shit, everything about it was shit, and there was this big ass plant on the side of the house that was like overgrowing.
Yeah,
and we kept being like, because we would mow our own yard. But it took like the people that like owned the house, because it was like a company, and so it wasn't like just a mom and pop thing. Yeah. We were like, hey, you need to come clear this plant because it's getting it's getting too big. It's blocking the carport and everything. And they're like, yeah, we'll get around to it, and they never did. And so eventually, my buddy Drew and I, we took to every time that we changed the oil in our cars, we take the oil pan over to the plant and just toss it on it.
Dude,
here's the thing. For for the first couple of times, 2 or 3 times, nothing happened. But like time 4, 5, and 6, it started to die. Yeah, dude.
I can't drink this.
It started to go.
I remember seeing that tree. That was the ugliest tree. It looked like it had cancer.
Yeah. But dude, let me tell you, when it went quick. Dude, it fucking died so fast. Dude, we did that for like probably like 9 to 10 months. Oh. And
just drink this.
Yeah, dude, just out the pan, and then like once it started to go, it took 2 weeks. The plant was gone, dude.
Oh my God, dude.
Didn't tell a soul, and like I'm sure the neighbors saw us. We were just like, all right. We waddled over there and then
with that wobbly black pan.
Yeah. What the? Throwing it all over the plant.
Dude, yeah, because you're supposed to take your oil to a place. I would always, when I would change my oil, I would just walk the pan over to an anthill, and I'd pour them on an anthill, and I'd pour them into the anthills, and then all the ants would come out, just freaking out.
They're like, "What's this? What's all this?
This is horrible. What is this?" But,
yeah.
Fuck ants. Oh, dude, just that shit you do with your college buddies in a house.
And dude,
it's like a great time that you need to have,
but you're like, it's like everybody being collectively stupid and individually stupid together at the same time, which is the worst of all worlds.
Yeah.
You ever see the hot tub?
Yes. You thought it would be a good idea to get a hot tub.
Well, so get this. So what happened was Drew's dad pulled a bait and switch on us because Drew's dad had a broken hot tub at his nice house in Franklin, and he needed to get rid of it. And so he was like, "Hey, Drew, you guys you're in the cool college town. Do you want a hot tub?"
You young lads.
Yeah. And he was like, "Yeah, you just gotta swap like it was like seeing a car on Craigslist where it's like." It's like, hey, it's perfect. I just need to do this one thing and it would work. It's like, well, then why didn't you do it? It was the same thing, but with a hot tub.
You know how many things I've been like, oh, dude, we could fix this.
Yeah, we could fix that. Yeah.
We just fixed it up.
Yeah. So anyway, so Drew gets it and we haul it in the trailer down here and he sells it to the house too. He's like, guys, we got a hot tub. It just needs a new like pump that whatever.
It doesn't even. It's not even made.
Yeah, exactly. And we were like, oh, dude, we're gonna be the house with the hot tub. That's so
hot tub house.
Dude, we'll get chicks over here. That's so tight. And so anyway, he gets it over here and parks it where it stays for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
And over winter, the pipes freeze and they burst, and so now it's even more broken. And it literally becomes like a giant open air trash can. And dude, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
You know how high a hot tub is?
Yeah.
We piled trash into that thing.
Two hot tubs.
Higher than like the whole height of the hot tub. It was ridiculous, dude. When that plant died, guess where we put the motor oil? It was just in the hot tub, dude.
It's full circle.
Yeah, and so it would rain, and then like we get a bunch of mosquitoes because all this like stagnant water. And so finally, it took Dad.
Yeah.
It took Dad. Literally, he came down there to like drop something off.
The most reasonable dude on the planet.
Yeah, exactly. And he pulls me aside. He goes, Hayden, look. I'll pay to have that hot tub taken away. And I was like, what? He's like, just call somebody.
It's gotta go.
And I was like 20, not even 21. I was like, oh no, it's like we'll turn it around. Like, no, we're not gonna do that.
Gotta go.
Yeah, and so we called this dude and he came and he got all the stuff out and chopped it up and took it away.
Good.
And I will say, Jake, if you're watching this, Jake was the only dude to call it when the hot tub was being not even then. When Drew was like, he was selling it to us. He was like, we should get it. Yeah, and we were like, yeah, dude, chicks, dude. Jake was the only one that stood up and was like, it's gonna go to shit. It's gonna turn into nothing. I don't think we should do this. We were like, nah, fuck you, dude. And he fucking called it, man. He so called it.
A hot tub's a dumb idea. You don't know.
Yeah, it turned into exactly that.
Oh my god, I was that person with my buddies when I lived in a house with there was 4 of us. And my 3 roommates teamed up against me, and they were like, "We should get a house dog."
Nah, dude.
Dude, we should get a house dog.
That's worse than a hot tub because you can pay somebody to take a hot tub away.
Yeah. And dude, they teamed up on me. It was 3 of them versus me. We should all get a house dog. How sick would that be? Have a little dog. And I fucking put my foot down. No dog.
Yeah, good call.
No.
Good call.
No, because whose is it? And,
yep.
And it was like we could share it.
What happens when someone moves out?
Yep. What happens then? Who's feeding it? I'm not cleaning up shit because I won't. If you guys get a dog, I will. I'm not even gonna look at it, dude.
Yeah.
It's not my thing, and there's gonna be shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Put my foot down.
That's just part of being. That's just part of being young and stupid. Like you literally just like you haven't been around enough to know. You know.
Yeah. The horrible ideas that you're about to fucking.
Yeah, do. Yeah. I haven't been around enough to know, dude. I'm still there, but yeah.
Oh, dude, but those times are crucial, though.
No, they are. We used to we could go, if it didn't rain, we could go up to the upstairs bathroom, open the window, go outside, and there was you remember the...
I remember
dude,
that.
So we were like, dude, let's have like beers on the roof. And there was this tiny sliver of shingled roof.
It was like 2 feet, and you had to.
You
had to shimmy.
It was literally the width of one person's foot, so you had to get out and then shimmy about like 20 feet.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Up, and the hot tub's below you.
Yeah, and there's nothing. And dude, I fell one time.
Oh,
I slipped. I had like shitty Vans on, and I slipped and landed back first on this metal like outside table, and concussed myself.
I'm trying to think of some other just dumb shit. I mean, there's so many. I have so many stories I won't even tell, but just because I don't want them out there.
We lit off fireworks in the house one time.
Oh my god!
So we had this huge, we had this massive like 4th of July party, and it was like, dude, like everybody like that we knew in town was there. It was just like this massive party, and we lit off a bunch of fireworks, and everyone just got shit faced, among other things. And the morning after, we had all these leftover fireworks, and so everybody was kind of like downstairs, like eating eggs, just hungover as shit, and we had to like, you know, what are we gonna do with all these fireworks?
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, we'll just light them off later tonight. And we all looked around, and we noticed that our friend Drew was still asleep, and we're like, let's go wake him up. And so we all lit fireworks, like firecrackers, and threw it into his room. We were like, we knocked on his door, and we were like, time to get up. And we lit him, we threw him in, and he sits up, he's like, dude, what? And dude, I remember he came out and he punched me in the middle of the back while I was trying to run down the stairs, because I was like, dude, this guy's gonna kick my, because it was my idea. And he comes out and he gets a swing in, and it hits me between the shoulder blades, and it hurt like a son of a bitch. But I was like, you know what? I deserve that. That's fair.
You deserve more than that.
Yeah, dude.
That's so funny.
That house was so fucked up, man. Dude, I remember one time I've told you about the freeze out challenge.
Yes, you did tell me about this.
All right, so for those of you that don't know, one winter at this house that I'm talking about, it started getting cold in Middle Tennessee, and for whatever reason, we were all sitting in the living room, and just in the same way that all those other stupid ideas come up, we all kind of came around. We were drinking. We came around to this idea that it's like, all right, we're gonna not turn on the heat, and like for as long as possible. And the first person to cave and go downstairs and turn the heat on is a bitch.
Biggest bitch.
Yeah. Hey, the first person to touch the heat button is a pussy.
What are you, cold?
Yeah. What are you, cold? And so of course, I didn't want to be a pussy. You know what I mean?
15 degrees in Tennessee, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's snowing outside.
Yeah, freezing cold. So, dude, I shoot you not for like.
You weren't gonna be the one. That's the thing.
No. That's the thing. It's crucial. You cannot be the guy that touches the heat.
It's a stupid idea.
Yeah. But
if we're all on board, I'm not gonna be a bitch.
I'm not touching the heat.
No.
And so it was 5 dudes collectively going, well, I'm not gonna be a pussy. And so we went for 3 months without touching the heat, and it got as bad as to where I would go into a sleeping bag and zip it up over my head, and then get under the blankets, and then I'd wake up and go and see my breath inside. So anyway. So we do this until literally like the beginning of spring, when like we don't have to. So we go a whole winter without turning the heat on. Turns out, shocker, the main water line to the house burst.
Yeah.
And so we got this big. We did like $10,000, probably more, worth of damage to like the plumbing of that house.
Yeah.
And the inspector came to like look at it, and they were like, nah, the pipes were like too old. They were out of spec. So,
that's why it broke.
Yeah, that's why it broke. So it falls on it fell on the company that owned the house.
And you guys were like, yeah,
totally. So they put us up.
He's like, why is it so cold in here? By the way,
they put us up in a new house.
Yeah.
For like 3-4 weeks while they fixed it, and we didn't pay a dime.
Oh.
Dude, I remember I would come downstairs in like 2 jackets, and I would see Jake playing like League of Legends or something in a full sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Just sitting there seeing his own breath, and he was like, hey, what's up, dude? I would cook eggs like a little longer just to stay by the warmth of the pan. Because I wasn't turning the heat on, man. I wasn't gonna do that.
You're not gonna be the bitch.
Because you can't, because if like Doobie or if Jake, if anybody turned the heat on to this day, you'd be like, hey, remember when you pussed out, dude? That
ruins your whole life.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you say, it's like, yeah, but you turned the heat on back in 2016.
Yeah, and you can't take it back now.
No, because that stays with you,
dude. On the windowsills of I'm gonna stop saying names here, dude.
Yeah, don't say names.
Yeah, on the windowsills of a good friend of mine's, he was the room directly below me. Literally, like icicles this long would form in the middle of December.
Yeah.
And he would just wake up, like put on a Carhartt, and just be like, all right, I'm going to work.
I'm going to work, guys. Fucking sick.
I can't explain yet, like, what that social contract is, like, between just a bunch of stupid, young early 20s assholes where they're like, I'm not turning on the heat. You know what I mean? But you're cold. You're cold.
But I'm also not a bitch, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a fucking bitch.
Yeah, I'm not going to be the house pussy, dude.
That would ruin you.
Yeah.
Last week on the podcast was the first time that we announced that we now have an email.
Yeah.
It's bombingpodcast@gmail.com. And at the end of the last episode, we said to write us. And I didn't promote it anywhere else other than just we said it on the podcast. So I haven't checked this email in a week. And so I'm going to check it right now and see if anyone emailed us.
Great.
For the very first time.
Cool.
Here we go. I have it pulled up. Have not looked at this. We do have an email.
Oh, is this real?
This is real. This is the Bombing Podcast Gmail, and I'm going to read this out right now.
Wait, that's not an ad? What the fuck?
No, this is real. Okay, hold on. The title of the email is, I quit smoking weed and became a millionaire. Obviously a lie.
Duh. Yeah.
Obviously a lie. Because nobody who smokes weed is a millionaire.
No.
That's a fact. Okay, this is from blank blank. I won't say the name. And the email reads, it says, hello. I have never written into a podcast before, but I guess I have to pull my weight in an army of 7. Because that's how many followers we have.
Yeah.
I have been following Ryan ever since a video of him circulated around the internet where he jokes about endangering a flight full of innocent passengers. Funny shit. I am working nights at an airport in Toledo, Ohio, while chasing a career as a pilot.
Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
so fucking cool.
Fuck yeah.
The video he's talking about, maybe I'll put it up here. It's a video where it's an April Fool's video. I fake fuel an airplane.
So the pilot just asked me if I fueled this plane yet or not, because they're taking off right now. I told him I did. April Fools, I didn't. They won't make it past Kansas. You know, maybe that's not funny.
That video comes back to me every month. I swear to God, that video's viral everywhere except for me. And he says, mentorship can be a big deal in aviation, and I would imagine the same is true in comedy. How do you know if you are making the right moves and putting your energy into the right things to build your career? Have you had any super influential mentors who have helped you to this point? Does Bill Burr just show up at the Comedy Store, dunk on all the amateurs and leave? Or do the big name comedians take the time to give you pointers? Would love to hear your thoughts. Keep the podcast coming. Criminalize bots. Signed blank.
Well done.
Awesome.
Well done, Mr. Blank. That's funny.
The first email.
I thought for a second we were going to hear like a gnarly story of like, yeah, dude, you know.
The first email.
Yeah, the first email.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Yeah, thank you. No, seriously, it means a lot. More people email us your questions.
Please.
Please, we'd love to answer.
That is so cool. Okay. I'm going to go back and, okay. Mentorship is a big deal in aviation. I would imagine that the same is true in comedy. Do you know if you are making the right decision and moving and putting your energy into the right things to build your career?
Oh, you'll know if you made the wrong decision because you try to land a joke and then they go,
yeah. But I also think I think it means like, how do you know if what you're doing is right? Because this dude is putting all his chips into aviation to be a pilot.
Not a bad pot to put your chips in. But
no, that's good.
That's very good.
And we're putting all our chips into stand-up.
Yeah.
Have you ever had... sorry, I'll answer that first. How do you know? I don't know. You just know, though. And we talk about this a lot, one-on-one. We don't know like what this all is, but it feels right. And I'm sitting here right now, and I don't have really a worry in the world about like this and going and doing some sets tomorrow. And this all just feels right. And I've never felt right my whole life. So the fact that I can sit here for real right now and I feel fucking confident for one time in my fucking life, that's how I know it's right.
Another big thing is that as foolish as you feel doing it, and I'm sure this is true with like not only like stand up, I'm sure with like, you know, any new venture that you do, that you're willing to put a lot of work into, at least on our side, things just keep working out.
Yeah.
Like as silly as you feel, as dumb as you think you are, as much as you don't want to do the work, but you put your head down and do it anyway. Things just keep working like the way that they're supposed to. Things keep getting you keep progressing. You keep getting a little farther, and like still right now, I don't really know what to do, but things keep working, so I'm gonna keep doing that.
I'm gonna keep doing
things
it.
keep getting better, so I'm gonna stay doing that path.
That is so cool. What a great question.
Yeah, what a great question, man. Props to you, Mr. Blank.
We don't say names here. Have you ever had any super influential mentors who have helped you to this point? Not mentors,
but a very influential comedian, Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee
let us into the Comedy Store one time. We were we had just finished an open mic, and I think I'm pretty sure we bombed. We ate shit, so we were feeling down. And this mic happened to be like 2 blocks away from the Comedy Store, so we're like, let's just go over there, grab a drink,
see some real comedy.
And but we didn't have tickets.
And there's a bar outside, so we were just drinking at the bar.
Yeah, that's the important thing. There is an outside rotunda bar at the Comedy Store that you can just go up and get a drink at. And so we plopped our notebooks down, and we were just sitting there, just drinking, and we see, I think we see
Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee walks out.
Yeah, he walks out the doors to the main entrance.
And he goes, "What are you guys doing here?"
Yeah.
And we're like, "Well, we're open micers.
Yeah.
We're just getting a drink. We were gonna see if they had tickets."
And they were sold out, which they are every night.
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh, you guys are comedians."
Barely.
Barely, not really.
Yeah.
And he said, and I will never forget this. He goes, "Oh, you guys are comedians. I got you."
Yeah.
That sentence. "Oh, you guys are comedians. I got you."
Yeah.
That made me feel so fucking good because he was like, "Oh, you're me.
Yeah.
You belong here.
Yeah.
I got you.
You're me 25 years ago.
Yeah. And he said, "Follow me," and he got us in for free, and he sat us down at the comedian's booth in the back.
Dude, better than free. He walks up to the ticket guy, with us behind him, and he and
who we just talked to, and he was like, "There's no tickets, man.
Yeah,
you guys can't come in."
Exactly. So we just talked to this dude, and it was sold out, of course, because it's the Comedy Store. And so we walked to the same guy, and Bobby Lee's like, "Hey, they're comics. They're with me.
They're with me, bro. Yeah. That's it. They're with me."
And so then he brought us back to the back seating area of the main room in the Comedy Store. And then while we're sitting down, just astonished that we're there, Martin Lawrence gets up on stage and does just the most killer set I've ever fucking heard.
Kills.
Yeah.
Kills.
So as far as
and then we're sitting there, Bobby Lee's there, Martin Lawrence gets off, Bobby Lee goes on.
Oh yeah, and he goes on right after.
And
yeah.
then we're just like, that's so nuts. We were just talking with you, and now you're
crushing in the main in the OR.
You're where I want to be now.
Yeah.
It was so nuts. And then I remember we were overstaying our welcome, I guess you could say. We kept sneaking around. We went up to the belly room. We went to the other room.
Yeah.
And we just did not leave. They had to kick us out of there that night.
So as far to answer your question, Blank, from as far as top down mentorship,
no, I wouldn't say mentors. Yeah, because a mentor is like a dude who and he's like, listen, this is what you need to do. None of those.
It's more like people
you look up to.
People you look up to, and they'll either do something really cool for you, or they'll give you a note. But it's
or people that you look at their career and you're like, I'm similar to this guy, and I think I could. I'm a little like this guy. Mm-hmm. I have mentors that I've never met.
Yeah,
I look.
Bill Burr is one of mine, dude. I'd love to meet that guy, but I guarantee you, he wouldn't go on stage and just shit on a bunch of open micers. If anything, he'd be encouraging.
Yeah, he would. Bill's the coolest man.
The comedy community, as long as you're honest and are honest, like with what you're trying to say and who you are, it's a very welcoming and kind of enlightening community outside of all the woke, there's a million genders comics, which isn't even funny.
They're not real.
Move all of that to the side.
They're not real comedians.
But like in the circle of real comedians, whether you're at the top, if you're a Joe Rogan or you're an open micer, they're very supportive of one another.
Comedians love comedians.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of us.
Yeah, comedians stick together. The real ones do. And
we met a dude at our last open mic. I won't name names, but I'd seen him around town a couple of times. And he's hilarious. He's like more funny than I think he knows that he is.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I saw him, like months ago, he went on like right after me and then like shat all over basically half my act. And I was like, oh man, I got like intimidated by him. I was like, oh fuck. And then I saw him go up because he does the same mics that we do. And dude, he's genuinely fucking funny, man. Yeah. He has like very unique perspectives. He's got great ideas.
Yeah.
And the mic that we did last week in West Hollywood, I finally get to like talk to him a little bit. And yeah, he's a smart guy, super funny. But that's
far in the business too.
Yeah. That's like what real comics are. Like they're very welcoming of their own kind, even if, you're even just very at the beginning stages of starting out.
And that's something Bobby Lee taught me is perfect to what you just said is no matter if it's us or if it's Bobby Lee, he took the gap out of, he said, oh, we're the same.
Yeah.
When he got us into that store that night, he said, no, yeah, we're the same person.
Yeah.
And that shortened the gap of people I look up to. Like Louis C.K. is a big influence of mine, and I've never met him obviously, but that's a dude I look up to, and I relate to him. So I guess maybe hopefully that answers your question. Does Bill Burr just show up at the Comedy Store, dunk on all the amateurs, and leave? No, fuck no.
That's what I was talking about. No.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Or do the big name
also only like, and you'll see this even at the level of like open mics, only like the people that aren't funny, only the bad comics will like without a punchline, without like an angle, will shit on people that are like below them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you're like an open micer and you get like on, like a headline show or something like that, or you happen to walk into a mic full of like really established people, it's only the bad comics that are like genuinely like truly mean.
Yeah.
Like with bad intentions mean to other comics.
Yeah.
All the good ones are tight.
All the good ones are tight, and they understand the business. Do the big name comedians take the time to give you pointers? I haven't really run into a big comedian to give me pointers.
Yeah, no, because we are so far below what you even think the rung that we're on is on. We're at step like -5.
If I would never go up to Bill Burr and say, hey, can I have some pointers? First off, I would just never ask that.
No.
If I did, I'm sure he'd be the nicest person ever. But yeah, we're still at that open mic level where we're just meeting other open micers, and we give each other pointers. There's another twist on your question. We give each other pointers. After an open mic, everyone goes to the parking lot where we all parked our cars.
Yeah.
And we sort of hang out, and we're like, hey, that was good. Where are you going next? Where I saw you at the thing over there.
That's the biggest part of conversing after open mics, is that like that's how you kind of find out where the cool spots around town are. Like that's where we figured out how that spot we like in North Hollywood. Mm-hmm. That's where we figured out there. It's like it's a lot of it's kind of like about networking, but
in the after open mic huddle. It's very important, and I'm not very good at it because I'm not good. I'm not good with people.
But I was never good at talking to people anyway. So.
I don't like people, and I assume everyone doesn't like me.
It's easier to talk to comics.
Yeah, because comics get it.
Because they get it.
And like in that huddle, I was given my first tag at an open mic after an open mic huddle. I did my set, and we were all like flooding out the door, and this other comedian at the North Hollywood Sunset. Mike, I won't say it, came up to me and he was like, hey, that was a really funny point you had about the thing. Like, maybe you should do it. Maybe, what if you said like this? And then because that leads into that. And I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. And, I'll see him at another mic, and maybe a friendship grows, and a business friendship grows.
Gay. Making friends is gay, dude.
I'm the worst at making friends.
No, but
he said would love to hear your thoughts. Keep the podcasts coming. criminalize pot. That's how you know. That's how you know.
Look, on your last point, sir. Rather, you're correct. You're correct. That they should make pot illegal again in California.
Actually, no,
because it's only for losers.
Big losers. You actually look. So you left the word out. Criminal. This is the only thing I'll get. Criminalize pot. Criminalize pot heads.
There you go.
Pot head, because pot heads have nothing to offer.
Also, Mr. Blank, stellar name to the email.
Yeah.
I quit smoking pot and became a millionaire.
Yeah.
I'm clicking that.
Yeah.
I'm clicking on that every time, dog. Yeah. Please email us again with more of your questions, man.
That was not only were you the first email,
you were the funniest. Which is not a high bar, all right? Chill. Hey.
Yeah, dude, don't let it get to your head. That's fucking really cool. I'm almost at a loss for words.
I'm blown away that a dude in Toledo even watches this podcast.
Wow.
Like, what the fuck happens in Toledo? Like, how depressing is it in Ohio that you're like, I'm gonna watch these two assholes in Los Angeles? You know what I mean? But hey, thank you and like it and subscribe.
Like
right?
and subscribe.
No,
guys.
But no. But seriously, like Mr. Blank, we're not gonna give your name out.
We'll email you back and we'll write a thank you. So you'll know. You'll know.
But like seriously. Thank you. More people, email us some questions. It means a lot. Thanks.
Email us. It's a bombingpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And you can ask us anything, or you can say anything. Tell us we stink. Send us a picture of a diarrhea you had earlier. And it doesn't matter. We'll read it on the podcast, and we'll give you our thoughts. Yeah, Mr. Blank, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And we'll check back in next week on the email. That email was so fucking cool, dude. And not only was it our first email, he had it wasn't just some hey, you guys stink.
Hey, what if you put a hamburger in your butt and some stupid shit?
It was a quality email.
With an excellent series of questions.
Fuck, man, we can't thank you enough. We'll email you for real, and we'll tell you thank you.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
So
we'll send you a signed piece of nothing. We'll send you an Oscar. How about that?
Yeah, dude. We'll send you the Oscar that we won for the okayest podcast of 2022.
Hell yeah, man.
I don't know, dude.
All right.
That was awesome.
This is actually breaking news. This is breaking right now.
What?
As we're recording this. No more masks on airplanes.
That's right. No more masks on airplanes.
Or in airports. Or on trains. Or on the subway.
That's for real? That's everywhere in the United States?
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's like top down. No more masks on airplanes. I think flight attendants got sick of getting the shit kicked out of them.
You know they did.
And they were like, let's just stop this, man.
Dude, I think about those. I see those videos of flight attendants getting yelled at.
And dude,
put it up between bites. Between bites.
Dude,
put it up.
Here's the thing. Once every 3 years, I would see a video of a dude freak out on a plane. I see 6 a week now.
Yeah.
It's like no way COVID is more dangerous than an adult man swinging on a chick in a scarf. You know what I mean? Just let it go, dude.
Dude, no.
Just fucking get rid of it.
Masks on planes never fucking made sense.
Hold on. I'm gonna go on a rant here. Hold on.
Here we go, folks. Buckle in, folks.
You and I both worked at airports.
Yes.
All right. We had to pass several tests to be familiar with the specs of airplanes.
Yes.
We're very familiar. If there's any dumbasses talking a comedy podcast out there that are going to talk about airplanes, it's going to be this one.
It's this one.
All right.
We know everything about how an airplane works.
Exactly. We literally worked fueling airplanes at an airport. But anyway, from the very beginning of the pandemic, the notion that you're going to get in a closed tube, because that's the thing, dude. I don't think people even realize that the second that there's no spare air, the second that they close that hatch, that they can't open if you're a couple minutes late in Rome 6 years ago, whatever, doesn't matter. Come on,
personal.
I'm still not holding a grudge. Anyway, the second they close that hatch,
You are all breathing.
That's the air you got. That's it. It goes through a couple of meshes and stuff, but that's it.
It goes out the top that hits you in the head,
and
then it goes into the floor somewhere, and then goes through one filter and comes back out the top.
Exactly. So you're breathing everyone else's breath and their farts and their sneezes and everything for 6 hours from New York to Los Angeles.
That's 6 hours.
That's all there is. And so to think for a second, to think for even a minute that not even paper.
Safe. Excuse me. Hey.
Yep.
Hey, I am 100% safe.
Me too.
Ooh, wait a minute.
You're killing us!
Wait, now I'm back.
It's just, dude, I like the amount of mental gymnastics it takes to to think that little fucking child's napkin in front of your face would on a closed tube would stop you from getting an airborne disease. It's just like,
it's so stupid because it's circularized air. It's circulated.
Circulized?
Is that a word?
No,
I don't give a fuck. That's how mad I am. I'm making up my own words. It's the same fucking air, dude. And you share it.
Yeah.
And there's no getting over
If
that.
anything, it's better air than like what you're actually breathing in the airport because they have cabin filters on there.
When masks started to go away, I thought that airplanes would be almost the first to do it because it was so obvious that how a mask would do nothing.
Yeah.
That I was like, that makes so much sense that it's the same air. They won't even keep the mask.
Surely common sense will prevail.
That's it. It was so common sense but it wasn't apparently, and it was the longest thing ever.
Yeah,
that's the dumbest thing. You have a better chance if you're just kissing a dude who has fucking COVID, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it's like that. It's the same thing.
It's so divorced from reality and like what's like what actually happens. It's it just blows my mind that it's even lasted. Dude, they wanted to wait until like the middle of next month to lift this shit.
Yeah.
And then it took some base judge to be like, this is stupid. Gavel slam.
Now.
Yeah. It took someone with a fucking brain to go tube of air.
It's the same
It's
air.
the same fucking air, and it's been for 90 fucking years, dude.
If you get on an airplane, the air you're breathing is from the 1960s. It's the same air.
It's so hilarious. It's like, dude, the same, like, they banned smoking on airplanes.
Yeah.
You know they used to have two sections they had a smoking and a no smoking.
That's dumber.
That's stupider than having a mask on an airplane, dude.
The fact that they had a smoking section and a non-smoking
on
section
on
a tube that they thought, but it won't go past this section.
Mm-hmm.
We're not at Cracker Barrel, dude.
With that mesh.
This is an airplane, dude. This is an airplane. It's the same air.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same air.
It's all the same air.
It goes like this.
Yeah.
Okay?
In and out of the big tube.
That's
it.
If there's a smoking section on an airplane,
yeah,
the whole airplane is a smoking section.
Yeah, dude.
Do you understand?
Look, we're old enough to remember. You remember as a kid going to Cracker Barrel and that mesh of wood that they had, and it was like
with a pair of skis.
Yeah.
On it.
And an old musket, and they were like, "This is
antlers.
This is the smoking section of the restaurant," and it's like, no, or is it the whole building?
The whole Cracker Barrel is a smoking section.
Yeah,
it's no different. Every airplane
is
a COVID section.
Exactly, dude. And as insane as that sounds now, like, I can't believe they didn't know that. That's how stupid this mask on airplane shit is going to sound in 20 years. I guarantee it. That's how stupid this shit is.
Every section on any
airplane. You're on a tube!
Is a everything section.
Yeah, dude.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, but my cloth.
Oh, but wait a minute. I'm perfectly safe.
I'm perfect. How about this? Like, if you really don't look, if you're quadruple vaxxed and boosted or whatever, and you're still worried about, don't get on a fucking plane. How about that?
Yep. Is it because if you really think like, oh, my life is on the line, but I have to fly to Alabama to visit my family. Do you though? If your life is on the line,
then fucking don't.
How about you just stay home and not matter? Keep not mattering.
Dude, I'm calling it right now. Here's what's gonna happen. Like once we're far enough removed from this, like literally once 10 years have gone by, like a decade from now, people are gonna look back at this and laugh. But it's like that's not hold on. That's not the emotion that is like deserving of what actually happened. Like these people need to be hung from freeway overpasses. Like there needs to be consequences, and people are gonna be like, remember how silly we were in the pandemic? It's like no, hold on, you need to be purged from society for the freedoms that you took from people. You cannot be allowed to make decisions again, and it's gonna be as flippant as, oh, how silly was it that we wore masks on airplanes? And it's like, you should be gone.
Thank you guys so much for watching Bombing episode 13. Fucking 13 episodes in, man. We're really in this for real. Make sure to write us at bombingpodcast@gmail.com.
And please do email us, guys. Like we only got one question this week, but we would love to hear what you guys have to say.
Please, if you email us, we will answer your questions.
No matter how absurd it is.
It could be, you could just say the most absurd thing ever, and we'll read it live here on the podcast.
You could even call him Bruce, and we'll entertain the question.
You could. And that's bombingpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for watching episode 13. We do one a week. You guys already know that, though. Next week, tune in for episode 14. And if you're in the Los Angeles, Hollywood area, check out some open mics. Check out our Instagrams, and you'll see some shows coming up. And thank you guys so much for watching.
Yep. I'm at Hayden Wyckoff.
That's right. And I'm at Ellen DeGeneres. So... So tune in next week, and thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.